Well, it was another big year for technology with new phones, robots, and other smart devices. But what were the standouts? Let's find out from Image Matrix Tech editor Djuro. Djuro, how are you, buddy?
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
Really good, mate. Happy New Year. Let's start with the most important piece of tech we all own, smartphones. What did 2023 deliver?
It delivered a lot, Tim. A lot of the sizes didn't change the shapes, but the internals were very significant. We got rid of the lightning port at USB-C at last on the iPhone. And if you want a professional job with videography, this is the camera. The phone to use, of course, is the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I really love this phone, and I'll talk more about it in a moment. But aside from that, it was about AI this year, really, wasn't it? And it included AI built in onto the device with the Pixel phones. We all know how smart they are, Tim, and these Pixel 8 phones, the Pixel 8 Pro in particular, very smart with AI, with things like Best Take. They really changed the way we take photos. You know, you'll take a couple of photos in a row, then you'll change the face if you want to, and then that's a record of how the event happened many years ago when you go and look at it later on. So very significant change in the philosophy of photography. I don't know if it's exactly the same thing, but that's what you get with a smart camera phone like the Pixel. When it comes to the fold devices, I have to give it to the Oppo Find N3. This thing is gorgeous, and what it does, it takes flagship cameras to a flagship fold device. So it's a complete flagship device. So you've got the best cameras with the foldable capabilities. So I think it edges past the Samsung Fold in this regard, and the camera results are really good, and it's very well executed, the Find N3 from Oppo. Even up against the big dogs, it performed well with its photography. And I've got to say, the way they did the UI, the layout, very impressive. So that's the winner there. When it comes to the flip fold devices, I've broken them up. We saw Motorola, there was another one from Oppo, but I think Samsung are the winners here with the Flip 5 because it's just better executed. They've all got bigger screens in the front, which is a huge thing. Big raps of Nokia this year. They have a repairable phone system, which you can use an iFixit kit, and I think this is great. For years, we've been dealing with sealed-in batteries, all that sort of stuff. Now you can take them out. So, Tim, from my point of view, Nokia's moves have been significant, and it will change the way that phones are made over the coming years, and that's a great thing for sustainability. As I said, Tim, the loss of the lightning port, I'm not going to miss it because USB-C is on all the new iPhones, and my phone of the year, it's very tight, is this phone, including satellites, SOS services, and all those things which come with other iPhones, is the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I just think the camera is sensational. I use it all the time for those sorts of things. So overall, that package from Apple is the winner for me. But a very close second is this one here, which is the Samsung S23 Ultra. To me, this does the best selfies reliably that you can get in any phone. So if you're into selfies, and I know you are, Tim, you love them, and you might want to have a go at this one. So there is a tough choice. It was very close.
Yeah, the tip on the selfies is you're always got to take them high to take the chins out. So shoot high, shoot high. That's your New Year's tip for selfies.
Oh, you know it.
Now, aside from our phones, what was the best tech of 2023?
Yeah, there was lots of things. So the cameras, robots, those sorts of things that you mentioned in the intro. But for me, let's go to the cameras. And this might surprise people. I didn't pick a fancy camera. I picked this. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is, to me, the best camera device of 2023, over above all the other professional stuff, because it really allows you to take great video, stabilized video in low light. Some of the action cameras just can't do it because they actually have to rely on an algorithm to make sure they keep things smooth. This keeps it smooth because it's a gimbal, and you can get these amazing night shots. Tim, I've been using this non-stop. It's so good. Just don't throw it in the water. It doesn't work well. Laptops. I've shown you this before. Best all-around laptop by far for me is the 9i, the Lenovo Yoga Book. This thing is amazing. 2 screens, 2 beautiful OLED screens, and you can just use it anywhere with the 2 screens with a pen, or you can use it as a keyboard, top and bottom. I think this is an amazing execution, and I found it amazing on the road as well. So that's from Lenovo. Fantastic device for creators. So if you're making things, Usually I use a Mac, but for the PC, I have to go with this. This is an exceptional laptop. This is from Asus, the ProArt Studio Book. It has a beautiful 16-inch OLED screen. And I think the ProArt Studio Book, I threw everything at it and it succeeded. And robots, I saw this clever robot dog this year, and that was part of the Dreamy rollout. And I think this year, Tim, robot vacuums really took a step up. The top brands like Dreamy, Roborock, and of course EcoVacs now have good vacuum cleaners and mops. But this one has something different where it kicks out to the side there. That's a great innovation, and it takes off its pads and cleans them in the home base module there. So I think overall, robot vacuums took the step this year. They're going to be better next year, but this year was a big step for all of them because they can get over carpets, and that's a big deal.
And curved screens are back in a big way?
Yeah, just a quick one here. You might notice the monitor behind me. This is an LG OLED Flex, 42-inch, but there's something different about it, and I've been using it as a computer monitor for editing. This is insane, Tim, because the thing bends. So this is my normal sort of setup. You've got the studio from Microsoft there. I love this bed. You always take the cover off the actual device, and this thing, I'm pressing a button, curves around. So it can curve to a certain stage where it sort of mimics how your eyeball, your vision is curved, and it's absolutely outstanding. Look at it go. That is amazing. So that is the Flex, and I think it is one of the inventions of the releases of the year. It does take some getting used to. The main reason for this really is to have an immersive experience while gaming. So it really does look up in your face. So I'm ridiculously close to it, Tim, but it certainly is very enjoyable. So there you go, the LG Flex 42-inch, and that is the curved screen, which is going to be a trend down the track, you know, with OLED, because OLED is very, very flexible.
Absolutely. Now, the big question is, will you stay up to midnight?
I've been struggling lately, mate. So if I can get a spot to take some shots of the fireworks, I will. But Tim, can I just say a belated Merry Christmas to you, Happy New Year to you, to everyone there at Sky, and most importantly, to all the viewers out there. I love responding to you throughout the year. If I haven't got back to you, please wait. But we've got a really cool audience out there that tunes in every Sunday across Australia and New Zealand. And I say Merry Christmas to you, belatedly, and of course, Happy New Year from tomorrow onwards.
There it is from the Tech King, and a very Happy New Year to you, my dear friend. Good to talk to you again. We'll catch up with you next week.